Yeah, so we driving. She was like, do black cows make chocolate milk? I had to pull over. I was crying. I'm like,
She was
bitch.
serious.
Yeah, I'm like, bitch, you really asked me that? Is that a real question? She was serious. This the person say her mama used to give her beer in a bottle. Like, bitch, I wouldn't even tell nobody that.
Right. I thought it was supposed to be whiskey.
I don't know. I'm not giving my children brain already retarded. What the fuck I'm gonna give them alcohol for? What the fuck?
When what was your first time getting alcohol? First time you ever drank alcohol?
I think what the first thing what it was Mad Dog 2020 and 8 balls. Remember that when we was younger? So I think in the project, me and my cousin them, because I grew up in the project, and that's too funny though. Listen, we went to the store. Oh, we stole it out the refrigerator. Either way it go. I was with my cousin and we just I think I've been acting her ass because my cousin called my comedy. She said this is not an act. She said you've been fucking funny since we were small.
Yeah. So y'all was young.
Yeah, I was probably about no we I'm gonna say about 13, 14.
13, 14.
My teenage years, because my mama put fear in me. I was like, man, fuck her. Let me live my life. She is tripping.
She only put fear in you for a few years, and you was like, fuck that. You went to rebellion at 14, bro?
No, I probably was rebelling at 5.
Okay.
I always wanted to be, I always was outspoken. In me remembering, I was always an outspoken child. My cousin them thought I was their auntie, so they called me Cutty and cousin and auntie. Too funny though.
We all family. It doesn't matter.
My grandma,
matter
neighbor,
what part.
grandbaby.
You the grandma and auntie as a youngster.
Yeah, listen, I have a young spirit but an old soul. Like I'm a responsible, like clean up, cook. I'm like this kind of person inside because like you gotta have. I'd rather pay my light bill than to go buy some shoes. We have irresponsible people. You gotta wash clothes, you gotta clean the baseboards, you gotta change your sheets and all that, fix your bed. You just gotta. I'm that type of mama and old lady, I guess.
Hey. That's what we talking about in Pickles House today. Welcome everybody to another episode of Pickles House. I'm excited for this one, bro. I really I love this lady. She started coming around in the comedy scene during the heat of the pandemic. Honda Wanda's was the first place I met this beautiful young woman, and she was immediately killing the mic as soon as she touched it, bruh. And ever since then, she's been doing shows out here. She's always doing shows with Mark Caesar out there and with everybody, man.
With everybody.
I wanna introduce my good friend Dity Mouth, the comedian.
Hey, Pickles House.
How you doing?
I'm high as a giraffe's ass right now.
Yeah, me too. It's been a good morning. It's been a good morning
Amen.
into evening.
Amen.
Hallelujah.
We call it Hello World.
Right. As soon as you get up. Hello, how are you doing, world? This is what I'm doing today.
You know I like using my body and throat, so I was singing in the morning.
The body and throat comedian,
yes,
New Orleans.
That's too funny. They call me Miss Throat. That's the funniest shit. That's all I talk about is bodies and throats.
So how about let's get to know you a little bit right now. Where you from?
Oh, my mama vagina.
Oh, hello.
I am from New Orleans. I can honestly say that. My younger years, I grew up uptown in a Melphamine project.
Okay.
Melphamine
in the house.
Yes, in my teenage years, I grew up in the Desire Housing Project.
Okay.
And the Cali Oak.
For y'all don't know, that's the Desire's the biggest
project
in the world.
In the world. I made it out. Oh my God.
Made it out.
Now I'm getting paid to use my body and throat.
Then you say Professional.
Professional.
You say you moved into the Calio project?
No, it was like
Or
from the Desire to the Calio, because my mom stayed in the Desire and my aunt stayed in the Calio. Our
okay.
families was close, so we would. I have a large family. It was like 50 people in a 3-bedroom, 1-bath house at one time. But it's all good. Listen, when people think I'm bougie, I'm like I'm bougie though. Fuck.
Yeah.
Special ed got me bougie, bitch. I want to be first at
You get
everything.
catered to, yeah.
Fucking right. Get the park closed front in every business. That's
Silly.
called VIP parking.
What so wait, what let's not jump too ahead too fast. How what school did you go to?
I brought my GED off Amazon.
Okay. Silly.
I actually stopped going to school in the ninth grade. I
All
would call
right.
it 8.5. I was torn between the 8th and the ninth grade
All
in the
right.
middle. That's a
I kind of
joke.
did too. I understand. Like
That's
that's when
504.
I started skipping. You know what I mean? I went to John Eric, so I
What
started
is that?
John on the West Bank.
Oh, okay.
That's the biggest school in Louisiana, the
Oh,
biggest
okay.
high school.
Okay.
So I went there, and then when I hit ninth grade, I was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna do."
I need some money.
I mean, yeah, I was like, I need to get the hell out of school and go have
I
a
just-
fun time at the park smoking
no,
weed.
no. I needed money. Like I
Okay.
rather, my mom took care of us the best way she could.
Single parent household.
No, my mom. I had a dad I call my dad Joseph out the Bible. He was my stepdad. We gonna get
Okay.
into that later. But my mom, when crack came out, so we was all right. My mom worked.
When you were younger.
Yeah, my dad was a truck driver, so when crack came out, my daddy became a crackhead. That's when we moved in the project. Yeah, we was 11 years old. Some fucked up shit. I keep remembering that, like, why we gotta move in the project, So that was, I grew up in a 2-parent home, but it was like, I always saw better. Like, I'm not waiting on it. I'm not a person to wait on it. And I'd rather work for it. So.
Yeah.
When I went to school, it was like my mind always like, let me go make some money. So I got
Yeah.
a job at McDonald's, and I just wanted to work. I had 2 and 3 jobs at one time, so
Okay.
I'd rather just work. It wasn't, and I took care of my mother, my sister, well, my mama's second child, and my 2 brothers. We gotta get into that later too, but I'd rather just work. That's why I'm responsible, because I had to be the adult.
So how many? Where are you in the line? Like how many kids are?
I'm the oldest of 4.
You're the oldest of 4.
Yeah, I'm the oldest of 4.
And you're how many more brothers and sisters? What
I
is
have
that?
2 brothers, and my mama have a second child.
All right, so a sister.
Yeah,
All right, cool.
yeah, but I'm the oldest, so that's why I had to be responsible. I stopped going to school to work, to take care of me and my mom and my sisters and my brother when my dad wasn't in
Okay.
jail or, wherever he was. But I love my dad. Fuck, he was
Yeah.
a crackhead. Fuck it. I ain't tripping. I do love my dad, though. That's just, he still was a man. He did the best with.
We from New Orleans, baby.
Yeah.
We all got that. Like I was the messed up person in my family for a
Right.
while. So
We need some type of drug to get through this life, though. Fuck.
something.
Let's be real about life.
We all find our ailment early on, and some of us can get over it. Some of us die in it.
Yeah, we all gonna wake up one day. Fuck
One
it.
day. One day.
Fuck
How's your dad nowadays?
He dead. Fuck.
died?
Yeah, he died after my mom. He died. My mom died in 2010.
Did he ever get his stuff right?
Yeah, that's the thing. It's so funny. Mark used to make this joke about crackheads. His uncle was a crackhead. He was like,
Yeah.
as soon as he
Mark's so funny.
stopped doing crack, he died. So when my dad stopped, he caught a stroke, and I had to put him in a nursing home, and he died on Christmas Day, my brother's birthday. His first son with my mom's birthday. Tell me how funny that is.
That's horrible. I'm
No,
sorry.
it's not. Listen, let me tell y'all a joke. So
sorry.
I tell you guys jokes about.
Like, look, I know that's what we do. We make the jokes about
It's really,
about
like-
our pain. I do the same thing.
we
but
all gonna die.
yeah, we all gonna die. You know
we
what I
all
mean?
gonna
But
die.
it's good to have folks like you. You gotta have. I find some kind of like sense of humor. Find the humor in it. Because other people don't. Yeah, and you seem to be doing that.
And listen, life is. Listen, if I'm not dead, I'ma laugh about it. If I could walk away from it, I didn't been I done been kidnapped. I done been held at gunpoint.
Jesus Lord, we're gonna talk about that too.
Yeah, so it's like I'm sitting right here with you, right, you guys right now. Like I'ma laugh about it. That was something that happened in my life. Like I'm
Yeah,
still here right now. But when
definitely.
my dad died on Christmas, everybody was like, they came to the hospital. I was like, y'all doing all that? I said, look how God gave my mama my daddy for Christmas.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas, Mom. I feel like that was a present to my mother. We all gonna die. I feel like my dad dying on Christmas. My mother, first son to my dad, birthday, my brother's birthday on Christmas. I'm like, that was a whole present. My dad went through so much pain in his life. I feel like when we die, our pain over. We all are gonna die. So just like I look at the life he lived.
Yeah.
So I'm a live through the person. I'm not gonna let my angel down just by being sad because we all gonna die. I keep saying that when you born, you know you're gonna die. So it's how you live.
Right.
I have worldly ways, but I look at life now. When I die, I want God to say, Angela, you did your best in with what you had to do.
Yeah.
So I laugh at everything, every fucking thing funny. Like when my mom died, I think she was eating a Subway sandwich. I said my mama died from eating a $5 footlong.
You do say that, you girl.
She should have got a 6-inch that day. She knew she couldn't handle all that.
Girl, that's wild, bro. Dirty. You all right? Do you need the other headphones? Or you
No,
good?
this good.
Don't.
Crazy. Too funny. No, but she had diabetes, so it's like, fuck. She should have got a 6-inch that day. So I make fun. Listen, we all gonna die. It's like how you live.
It's yeah, you're right. I actually recently came across. I was having a conversation, and one of the realest statements was told to me that I ever heard was, whenever you're born looking like who birthed you, but whenever you die looking like your decisions.
I think that's
And
true
I
because I
was
done
like,
went to a funeral and saw somebody's face.
yeah,
And when you know this person and I seen this face, it's like, it was like a little evil smirk.
really,
Yeah, it was like a little evil smirk. So I honestly believe that my horrible self saying anything out my mouth. I just had my cousin Gloria. I love her. That's my big sister, but my little cousin. She was like,
Yeah.
you got to watch your mouth. You say anything. So I've been filtering, but my little cousin was pregnant. And I told her, I say, because the elders used to say when somebody in the family pregnant, somebody died. You know how that
Okay.
go. So I was like,
Replace.
yeah. So I'm
Yeah.
like, bitch, you killed my auntie Belinda.
to,
Why she
to the
called?
baby, to the
Yeah, to my little cousin that was pregnant. So she went to her mama crying, saying,
What's that baby's name now?
don't kill me. I have a big family. I barely know my own children's names sometimes. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm
I'm
just-
sorry. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I'm
I just
sorry.
look.
She know who I'm talking about. She got laugh at it. She called my auntie and said, Mama, Auntie said I killed Auntie Belinda.
Oh no.
Too funny. That's crazy. I believe that. I believe my granddaughter came back reincarnated as her grandpa because that little girl act just like my daughter's dad.
Okay.
I was like praying over. I hope she don't be no dough fees.
That's what I'm afraid of, dude. Like, I just had my son.
Man.
I just had a little boy, and I love him to death. But they say your kid is gonna be 10 times worse than you or something.
I know if you let them. It's like when my fiance just said this yesterday. It's like when you born, you're born blank. So whatever a child see, not what you say, whatever a child see is what they become and what they do.
Yeah.
It's not what you say. You can tell a child walk, but if that child sees you walking, that's what that child's gonna do. I'm living this through my granddaughter. It's like it's amazing what she sees. She speaks well. She speaks well for a 1-year-old. I'm like, what the hell? But She's
No, I truly believe what you're saying there. Like I said that because I was worried about that a while back, but now that I see my son, and I'm like, I've lived my life the way I live my life to the point where I know you're not gonna have to ever live like that, kid.
right,
You know what I mean? Like
right,
I've been through some shit growing
right,
up in Louisiana and New Orleans, and
right,
like we just being
right,
here. I was a drug dealer for over 10 years
right,
of my life, you know.
right.
So we just see shit, dude. There was a high speed chase going down my street yesterday. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
That shit going on in the neighborhood
dude,
every
it's
day.
wild.
It's like you see people getting killed and you just keep going. I just pray for the people, family, and spirit.
Right. That's
Life's
what I'm saying. I've
crazy.
been through all this shit, and I know I never want my child to have to go through
Yes,
that.
that's the
So,
thing with that was the thing with me. So I kind of moved out of bad neighborhoods and moved in like Lakeview and stuff like
yeah.
that. Like
Oh, you is bougie, girl. You is-
no, I
yeah.
just didn't want to walk outside to the things I was walking outside to. I
Yeah.
don't want, I didn't want my
I
daughters
understand.
walking outside and
And
being.
people getting robbed in Lakeview.
They listen. What I've learned, you gotta live life to learn. I don't care where you're from. It's somebody in the family that's affiliated with drugs in the streets.
Right.
I know you could stay in Metairie Road, the gated community. Everybody has someone in their family or akin to them that's doing things that could possibly get you in a situation. You could be just like shootouts on the interstate. Oh my fucking
Isn't
god!
that crazy?
Like on the interstate, they just randomly shooting people. Like I had to shake out of it because I got anxiety about just being outside because
Yeah.
that was just like I don't want to get nobody else bullet. I don't want to die.
Yeah, that's
for,
that's fucking crazy, bro.
Yeah, so,
Like why
yes.
they random they this last year is a lot of
Yes.
wildness going on. They got them they dudes that ride around ATVs now. You know?
I just said, listen, I kept saying when I be doing crazy stuff, I said, it must be that damn corona. Snap out of it.
Lord.
It
Yeah,
must be that
people-
damn corona.
People coming back outside. That shit fucking
Yeah.
mentally messed up a lot
Yeah,
of people.
yeah,
And
yeah.
you're seeing it now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You actually feel it. I had corona twice because my crazy ass ain't want to stay inside. I was
Yeah.
like, fuck that. I want to see the
had it.
zombies. I want my crazy ass to want to go see shit, ride all the
Dude.
way in the country.
For 2020 was actually the most peaceful time in the world because I used to cut grass before I quit, and the roads were just clear. I could
Yes,
drive,
amazing.
and it was like the most peaceful time ever.
Yes.
I've never seen it. Excuse me, that coffee got me fucking hiccuping and shit.
I'll be so jittery. I'll be over here doing that if I was to drink.
But it was so nice. Like I like 2020. You know, I didn't stay inside at all.
I didn't stay inside at all.
We were doing comedy in
Right,
2020.
right,
you know,
right,
you
right.
remember Honda
Right.
Wanders, huh? We
Right.
used to pack that bitch out.
Listen, I like Honda. I just don't like cigarettes-filled places. I could deal
Yeah.
with the weed. I can't deal with hookahs or cigarettes. I'm like,
We was wild, dude. We was wild in
but
2020.
that made. I think that was the rebirthing of what we wanted to be because we was carefree. Was
in
just like
comedy, or just in
yeah.
general, our hang.
just I'm like for as our career because I think that was the time we really just was like they pushed me off the portion to comedy. I wasn't doing this shit.
Yeah. Well, hold on. Well, let's see. Was there any time in school that you like did anything on stage? Any
No, listen, I
influence
wasn't.
towards-
My mind was always, let me go get this money. Let me go. As I remember at 7 years old, I used to iron my uncle's uniforms for work to make money. Like my mind, I was always a hustler.
Yeah.
So I was always behind the scenes. All
You ever sold drugs?
Wait, I'm trying to think of what the mama said on P Valley. Yeah, I was a street pharmacist. Yeah.
Okay.
Like when my daughter got cancer, I used
Yeah.
to work at Harris Casino. No lying, I was a workaholic.
Yeah.
I was the parent that rather work than to be home with the children.
Definitely.
So I was a workaholic. That was amazing to me. I used to work on my off days. When Harris Casino first opened, that was the big thing in New Orleans,
Yeah.
right? So, and when my daughter got cancer, I had to stop. We might go to the doctor for a checkup, and she in there for 2 weeks. And me being her mom, like, I have to go sit there with my child. And they actually fired me because I was missing too much work.
Damn.
That was crazy to me. I was like, That's why I was like, I'm never getting a fucking job again. You know, like I
Yeah.
didn't missed out. I'd rather be at work on Christmas. Like I'd rather be at work than to be dealing with family stuff. But cancer, your 9-year-old
You have to
daughter.
be there for your
Yes,
child.
that's. I had no other choice. But
Like I recently, like I just said, I just had my baby, and it's really another level of love with
it's
your
real.
child. You
Yeah,
know, you
it's
really would give your heart to this baby if that's what it took to keep him alive. You
yes,
know what I
yes.
mean?
I think children make you change your mind and look at life different.
Definitely.
I just wanted to work because I didn't want my daughters to grow up wanting the things that I wanted. But then my daughters say I work too much. They rather me than me buy them all the things that
It's a messed up catch-22 because as kids, like I feel that like I have a father, but he
Yeah.
wasn't never there because he was always working.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's
Right.
why I still work with my dad today because just to be by my dad because I didn't get him when I was younger.
Right.
So that's what I do. I work on instruments with my dad just to be around my dad now. But I feel the same way. Like if my dad would have been home a little bit more, and paid attention to
I
the
did.
house.
I was, but I
But
just had to work.
maybe I wouldn't have been a drug dealer, or maybe I wouldn't ran the streets like I did. But I can't think like that because I probably still would have.
Yeah,
'Cause I was
I'm about to
rebellious.
correct you and tell you
I
yes,
would've,
you would have.
Because
Just
I was a little rebellious dude, bro.
Yeah.
I was lawless.
I
Like,
had friends that their family came from money and they just rather be in the street. Just the excitement. I'm talking about these people ain't want for nothing. Like,
Yeah.
schoolboys, boys that went to
what is that? That people who have money and come from that background, they want to be looked at as
it's the thrill. I think
poor. I think they
no,
don't-
it's like
or coming up from the struggle that's what they want, that struggle of coming up from a hard spot.
no, because like I said, I know people, family, Saints players that was family was, millionaires, but they rather be in the streets and the projects with us. That's
Yeah.
crazy to me. Like, you don't even have to be this way. Like, I don't like people to
Right.
talk about things like we had to go there. These were, I remember us my mom was starving. People don't understand this. My mom starved for us to eat that night. She would
Yeah.
not eat. And this real life shit. So when somebody said and you didn't have to, you wanted to do that. It's like my little cousin them chose, my aunt was on drugs, but my little cousin them chose to go to school and straight A students in schools to where you got my daughters that had everything and they rather do dumb shit. So it's life choices.
Because
what
that's
you
what
want.
you think. That's like I look at it as also like New Orleans. We have a mindset. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we have a weird cloud over us that, and they call it the crab in the bucket syndrome. You know what I'm saying?
I'm allergic to crabs.
There you-
Amen. Thank you, God.
Hallelujah.
Thank you, God. I'm
Yeah.
allergic to it. I got my EpiPen in my purse. I'm allergic to crabs and pussy. and plastic.
If you break out, I can get the EpiPen.
My throat gonna swell up, so you gotta get.
What else?
Stab me in my
the
thigh,
leg,
yeah.
the pound. All right. Good
Yes,
to know.
it's in my purse. I believe that, a lot of people be mad because you have to pick what you want for your life.
Yeah.
You can't, because you have family members that would stop you from growing because they have that mindset of, oh, you think you're better than us because you want to live better, because you don't
Yeah.
want to. Like, that shit still, I'm not walking outside with no bonnet on my head. I'm going to get up and put on clothes because that's how I feel.
Yeah.
It's like, if I look good, I feel good, I'm going to do good, you
Yeah.
know. I don't want to be walking around. My best friend's sister, she said, when your house look depressing, that's why you're going to be depressed in your house,
Yeah.
You got to make some, and it don't take a lot of money.
I like that when I walk into people's houses and you can tell kind of what you mean.
Kind of spirit.
You walk in somebody's house and it's like bright. You know what I mean?
I
You have
open the
that-
curtains and say,
right,
let God
it's a
in.
bright
Let
spirit.
God
Or you
in.
walk in, exactly, I love that. Or you walk in somebody's house and there's dust everywhere. And you know
Nah,
what I mean?
it got dust in there.
Dust is
because-
dust, but like,
yeah, I don't want
I
to be.
suck at cleaning, you know?
Me
but,
too, but I just said I have to clean the ceiling fan thing.
Yeah.
But that might be one of my ancestors, we turn into dust. I'm scared to knock that.
I've actually gotten better at cleaning lately since I
Yeah.
had a baby. You know,
With my manicure and my nails, that's hard for me. We gonna keep the
dude.
economy going and get a cleaning lady.
I just got a pedicure for the first time.
Oh, how that was? They needed a saw.
My girlfriend did that.
Oh, good luck with her hands.
She she was like, I want to do a pedicure. I was like, all right, fuck it, and it was all right. You know what I mean?
I don't like nobody touching my feet.
It was the first time. It's a weird thing. You do got to get used to it. But I had a chick give me a foot massage one time, and it was amazing. So I'm okay with it now.
If I go to the nail shop, but just I don't know. I don't touch. I don't know why. You know how people have these weird things. I just don't like feet.
It was weird to get my toenails clipped by somebody else than myself. You know,
long as she ain't bite them off.
No,
like,
no, my girl, she's a pretty chick. I think she did cosmetology.
Okay.
She told me the other day, she was like, I'm a cosmetology dropout, baby. I was like, okay.
Me too. I went to cosmetology and they call it in the kitchen. That's crazy. I used to do hair, sell drugs, watch children, the candy lady, all that out the project in the kitchen.
Hell yeah.
That's too funny.
I started with candy in school. I started
It's a business,
candy.
right? It's a real business.
Fuck yeah, it is. Dude, I used to make real money singing.
My daughter actually paid for a driving school selling candy at school.
Nice.
Too funny. She had to work for it.
I got in trouble for selling candy.
I know. So
school.
she had to tuck it. She got it. She was gonna get in trouble.
She got in trouble.
Yeah, them schools don't play.
They sell their own candy.
Yeah,
and they're like, bitch, we want to make the money.
She still sold it. Though.
I was sold out by third period every day.
Yes, that was crazy. This little girl used to have boxes of candy.
You give them the king size ones.
Yeah, the big one from Sam's.
Yep. Hello. That was my hustle in Morrell Middle, bro. In John Derry. That's how I started.
Long as you ain't selling drugs, y'all won't sell candy and stuff.
Well, it went to drugs from candy.
Too crazy.
But I was like you, bro. I was a hustler. I dropped out of high school, and I started being a busboy at Outback and selling weed, bro, and selling X. You know.
Oh, you still sell them?
No.
You boring.
I'm boring now. I'm a boring person now.
You boring.
Now we fun, dude. We have a nice hustle. I'm nice hang, not hustle. A nice hang in New Orleans.
Right.
Where were we with your story? I want to get back to you because we only do have a certain amount of time. You were.
So my dad, my mom died, and what else we was talking about?
How about this? What brought you to the stage? How about that? Because I know you worked for Kermit Ruffins.
I never worked for Kermit.
No, I thought you did his karaoke mic over there.
I did.
How'd you get into doing? Wait! I remember where we were. What were you selling?
Selling everything.
What is everything? Weed, coke?
Everything. The whole underground market. Like
heroin.
They kept saying everything.
Dude, heroin. From the Calio projects, I used to get the best heroin. That was one of my
told you I
drugs
grew
of choice.
up in the Calio and Desire.
I know. That's why I mentioned it to you.
So it's like, we was talking about how my daughter got sick, and that led me to it. But it was the craziest thing. It just so happened. I had moved. I was staying in the St. Bernard housing development, and my mom was staying in the Calio at that time. She moved out to Desire because they tore it down. Remember when they tore it down?
Yeah.
And I moved with her because it was kind of hard for me to work and go be, when I was working. So when I did move back home, my daughter's uncle, which is their dad's brother, he was staying in my house. So when I moved, listen, the funniest thing, like I didn't know how to buy drugs. You know how you buy weed? I say, how you buy weed? I have $5. Can I buy a bag of weed? Like the goofiest shit. But when I moved there, people just started knocking on the door all night. And at first, I'm like, what the fuck y'all want? So I think it was brought to me, like the money was brought to my front door. So it just went from there. Like, I'm like, this shit easy. I could make $1,000 within a few hours. Yeah. Like, my first $10,000, I was so scared. Like, I ain't opened the door for like a few days because
that's more money than you've ever had.
And
you don't realize, you're in the fucking projects.
No, because I've always, I I'm a tomboy. I'm still a girl. I always been hospitable.
But you're not too flashy. You're flashy, but you're not so flashy. You know what
because
I'm
I'm
saying?
once again I'm a nurturer. I'm gonna take care of everybody. So I don't think I did it for the streets. I think I did it for to take care of my family.
But what I'm saying is, you know how motherfuckers in New Orleans are. They kind of stunny. You know what I'm saying? Like they stunt whenever they got money, and they'll be flashy with it. And I just
I don't know. I can be dead broke. I'ma get up and do something with
well,
myself.
yeah,
But I don't
but I'm
think
saying is like you never probably made it look like I'm making so much money over here, and
my house will be so nice. That's it. And I don't like
that's
people.
good.
Yeah, I will put my money in my house. I don't live for the streets.
I think what I'm saying is like some people make themselves a target whenever they
Yeah, and
show that they have money.
I came from snakes.
Yeah.
I came from the people.
So you were smarter.
Yeah. I came from.
That's what I was trying to get
I
to.
came
yeah.
from the killers, kidnappers.
Yeah.
I grew up in. That's where I came from. That's where I jumped off the porch with those type of people. So, I know my do's and don'ts. I know, I had to be green to learn how to be
Right.
red. So I tell people that don't ever say you're not green because I had to go through things like I had people with guns and all that in my house, and I ain't even know. Me just chilling on. I call it brandy. I wanted to be down. Till I had to realize who the fuck I was.
When all that, now I want to ask you about how'd you get kidnapped?
Oh my God, we call it domestic violence. I laugh about that too. Yes, I call it.
Did it have anything to do with drugs?
No. Well,
Okay.
kind of, sort of, but I was in a relationship with somebody, and they just didn't want to let me go for some reason. And
You put that thing on them and they couldn't handle it.
that's why I say I got to keep my mouth on people, children. That's what I call it. I say, you are somebody's son,
Yeah.
crazy. Like this boy would take like my clients and call them to make them, if I was to leave them and like if I was to go stay in a hotel or something, he would get them to find me. And I'm like, just leave me alone. Like that's
wild.
Yeah, so
To find somebody in I mean, this is before fucking the cell phones. Really, you might have had a flip. You might have had a flip phone.
It was
then.
real phones. Like this was in 2007.
But I'm saying you couldn't. They didn't have GPS trackers on them then.
No,
you could just find somebody. You know what I'm talking about? How you could just look at their location. They didn't have all that
was
then.
Crazy. Like God bless his soul.
That is wild. So what happened?
So this night I had slept by my neighbor's house. I was staying in the double house uptown. So I slept over there so he could think I'm going because he used to break in the house. And he must have got to one of her children and asked, was I in the house? So automatically the child not knowing that, I'm hiding in there. So I'm in my neighbor's children's room in a bunk bed at the top. Her daughter, he asked the child earlier. Then he waited till like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, and he took the air conditioner out the window. And my nerves was already bad because I'm like, I don't like to run from nothing. I hate to have to do that. That aggravates me. Like if I see a flying cockroach, I'm gonna kill him. A spider, I don't want to run from nothing. Like I don't want to be scared of nothing but God. Like real talk.
Yeah.
So it was getting aggravating, and this particular night, I saw that like right here because he had the gun. He really made everybody in the house screaming. This girl with her children, her old elder mom, her baby like maybe 6 months. Like, what do you? Why do you? And I know domestic violence is a big old thing. Me being, I don't know, a fucking. God gave me this sense of humor. That's like, why you want to force somebody to be with you? Like, go be with. I found out that he had a baby, so I'm like, y'all go. You doing all this, like, just leave me alone.
Right.
Like, y'all go. I think he got mad because I wasn't mad because I like making money. I don't give a fuck about being with nobody. But this boy really held me at gunpoint out the house. and he had his friend car. He just had picked his friend up from the jailhouse because his friend had just got out of jail from having 5,000 X pills. So the boy just got out of jail. He lied to the boy. Then he got me in a car with my the gun to my head. His friend in the back seat screaming, saying, "Let me out! I don't want to have anything to do with this. Let me out this car."
I just got out of jail,
yeah, he
motherfucker.
I just got out of jail. So just so happened, this was uptown in a 10 where you know where Walmart is.
Yeah.
So we riding through the little houses. So as we get out right there by Walmart,
Yeah.
going through, it was like maybe 10, 20 police cars pulled up.
Oof.
Like I didn't even get out the of a 10-block radius. You know, like I really say that because I saw that
So he like put you in the car with him?
with the gun. He had the gun
From the house.
from-
He made you go from the house to the car, and he got in the car. But wait, his friend picked y'all up?
No, his friend was in a back seat.
He just brought his friend that just got out of jail and had nothing to do with this and didn't know it to just come snatch you out this house. Oh wow.
Real talk. It's like, but that then they gave me a fear of people, like
Yeah.
don't get too close. I just pay attention to I honestly could say, like I said, I had to be green to go be red, but
How'd the cops show up that quick?
I don't even know. Look, God.
Yeah.
I say
God's
God.
real. If y'all don't know, God is real.
Listen, I believe
He looks
that.
after his children.
Yes, that's why I say I
Yeah,
don't
man.
believe in doing people dirty. I don't, because
Yeah.
whether it come back to me or my I'd rather
always
just not
comes
deal
back
with
around.
you. I'd
Yeah.
rather just not deal with you at all before I waste. I could be having fun somewhere else or doing somebody else. We not about to do all that over here.
Right.
Like, it's just like I believe in that. I believe in I done been in shootouts and all that. Like man, it's just like the house got shot up over a 6-ounce bottle of lean. Like, cause one person bought the last lean, the house got shot
Do
up.
you talk about any of this on stage?
Not yet. Give me a chance.
Yeah. You got
I
some
talk
stuff,
ab-
girl.
yes,
You
yes.
need to start branching out because
Yes.
this is what people want to hear.
Yes, life crazy, but we gotta keep living.
That's right, but you had. I got a lot of pain I talk about on stage, and you got a lot. I've heard your sets and stuff like this. You need to start venturing into storytelling.
I can't remember all that, boy. I be high.
But that's what I'm saying. Like I sucked at it too. But what you do is take one little story and then you work that bitch on stage just
Right.
like your other material.
Right.
You tell it and you tell it and you tell it until
Right.
you get it the way you want it, and it sticks to you. You
Right,
know?
right.
But
right.
just do it one story at a time.
Right. I talk about my mama dying eating the Subway sandwich I started.
Yeah. But like that's a wild story, girl. You got fucking kidnapped. Holy shit.
Yes, I done been kidnapped. I actually, right before comedy, I was off for 20 years and like get your
Off for 20 years.
yes, get your what they say, like get yourself in order. The judge told me that. God again. Never took the stand on
So
nobody.
what happened? Can you tell me about that?
Oh, I know a lot of older, smart people. That's why I'm still here.
Why? What'd you
Drugs.
You got caught up? What you got caught with?
Maybe a 8-ball heroin, cigars we smoking, like a few X pills or something. But the person I was dealing
And
with,
everybody give you 20?
yeah, because I didn't want to rat on a
They
person
were trying
that,
to scare you.
yeah. But me knowing the law,
Yeah.
I'm not one to just be doing stuff.
Yeah.
Just I look at both sides of it. That's why I like to deal with people. Tell me everything.
I honestly think everybody should go to jail once in their life. For that reason right there. Like,
yes,
you know what I'm saying? Because there's people that look at, oh my God, if you go to jail, you really see what the fuck the government is.
No, listen, let me tell you, the first time I went to jail, we went to jail in 2007. I went to the feds for a few days for credit card fraud. They call it with the access device fraud and credit card. So we
jacking them credit cards.
being down for brandy. I call it my brandy days. I wanted to be down,
Yeah.
So we goes to jail. I go to jail with 3 other people that been in jail before. I've never been in jail. My goofy ass. I'm in jail playing with the people. I'm in Covington. Covington. You know we call it St. Slaminy Parish. They slam you for a fucking traffic ticket.
Yeah.
30 years.
And they'll give you the old school fucking black and
Man,
white stripes too.
listen,
You heard?
they make laws up as they see people,
Oh,
not as the day as they see you.
Yeah.
We gonna make some shit up. So we in Covington jail. I like take a lot of showers and stuff. I don't know. I guess
While you in jail?
No, just in life. So
Okay.
when we got to jail, the lady told us we missed shower date.
Oh shit.
What the fuck? We gotta take shower date. It was like
one a week.
I think so, like twice a week.
That's fucked up.
So I'm in there.
That's horrible, bro.
That's fucking horrible to a person. The last time I went to jail, I was like,
It be stinking in that bitch for men.
It stank all over wherever. No, listen, jail stank.
Yeah.
That bitch just, and like I say, I'm bougie. I need to smell. God, listen, that's death out there. So why I'm in there, I keep fucking with my cousin. Them keep saying, y'all want y'all cornbread? I'm in there cracking jokes and shit. Why they let all them out of jail free? I think I had to pay like $4,000 or $5,000 to get out because I was playing. They pushed me back. I had to stay. Just because I was playing in jail. I'm like, bitch, we in jail. We ain't dead. What the fuck is you talking about?
They don't like lifted spirits in jail. I tell you
we
that.
just in a living room, in a fucking box. You not dead. You got your mind. You got to look at that shit in your mind. Like, you know, this the consequences to my action, first of all. Secondly, you wake up, take a shower, you got to do some fucking work. It's if you would have had to do it somewhere else and just keep going. Fucking write that shit hard. It's your mind, dude.
Yeah, it's some people let it take them over, and you can't do that. You know what I'm saying? But there is, if you know you're going to be in jail in Louisiana for a while, there is a shift you have to make. And I was like on the verge. I was on that line, you know what I mean? And
jail really fun though, cause you get to meet people and stuff. God in jail.
God is in jail. He came to meet me, bro.
Listen, God is in jail.
I met God in jail. He came to visit me.
That must have been your real dad. Your stepdad must take care of you.
His name's Alpha Omega.
Listen, that's what I mean, God. So you find all kind of gods in jail. You know, it's like you meet. They say when you get out, you can't hang with criminals. If I do 5 years with criminals, that's a criminal school. Listen, that's criminal college. If you say like you just fucking with credit cards.
It was a hustling thing for me. I was hustling. I'll beat you in spades and take all your desserts for the week.
Man,
you know?
Listen, I walked through the door hustling.
You play Tonk? You play Tonk?
I don't know how to play. I don't know how to play games.
You don't know how to play card games?
I don't know how to play no kind of games.
I was snatching everybody's oranges in Tonk. You know what I mean? You ain't getting no vitamin C.
I was keeping everybody highly medicated. We was all right. We gonna eat.
So wait, you had a good lawyer. That's what got you.
Yeah. So listen, I listened to the elders, my old heads. I don't get the drug dealer lawyer or the lawyer. You know, we gonna get the lawyers that's smart, that know the judges. But you know, like I want somebody that's on their shit, that's gonna do their work. You know. So just so happened, such and such knew such and such, and
I know how it is. That's how my lawyer was a good lawyer. You hired the right lawyer. That lawyers owed favors. You know what I'm saying? This lawyer knows somebody.
And you gotta have your money too.
You gotta pay him. You gotta pay for it.
Listen, you gotta pay them.
Pay for it.
Listen,
if I want it.
Listen, I'd rather be broke out here than banked up. I paid for it. Fuck that.
I paid for it too. I paid to get drug court, dude.
Yes, I ain't paid to listen. I paid for it. Listen, this is what was needed. You know, this XYZ.
So what did you get? Any probation or anything?
I got probation. I got what did I get? 2 years probation. Oh yeah, so for COVID, I just had got on probation. I got my letter in the mail. That was so funny. I think I celebrated. I had like 5 parties. Like, bitch, I'm not state property no more. Fuck that. Let me turn up.
We partying all week long.
Yeah, fucking right. I'm not state property no more.
Hell yeah.
Fuck that. Okay. Man, that shit crazy.
So what was your first time you ever got on stage doing anything? Doesn't have to necessarily be comedy.
Kermit's.
Kermit's.
Yeah, because I was like the tomboy. I was standing in the back. I was in the back with the guys, just, my partner's just chilling. But one day I just got drunk. I love Anita Baker. I should have worn my Anita Baker shirt. I wore my Esther shirt for y'all. Growing up in a house as we did, like I said, it was at one time that all of my mom brothers and sisters and their children and their spouses stood in one house. But it was a family fun house. It was like, it wasn't crazy, even though when the older we got, we realized they was doing drugs, but they hid that from us, or our minds was somewhere else. But they grew up, it was music in the house. Okay. It was like always a celebration. Now everybody worked. Everybody worked. My mom worked. My dad was a worker. My uncles, everybody worked. They was in the army and everything. So it was like, and they would come home and celebrate. So it was like a party every fucking day of my young life. Just think about the birthday parties.
Did y'all ever like perform within the family? Like do stuff? Like did you have those
Yeah,
people?
like karaoke night and all that. So yes, it would be card playing at the parties. It was like, we have this group of cousins and aunties and uncles playing cards. You got us like singing in the back thinking we could sing.
Like your moms and dads be like, oh, look at my baby.
There go my baby right there. That's
go sing for the crowd.
Yes.
I love that.
So like Raw. Remember Raw?
We do that. I was adopted by 2 black families.
For real?
Yeah. So
that's why you're black. Your skin color is just
that's
white.
what they do too. You know what I mean? Like my baby could sing. My goddaughter, my goddaughter Kalitri, what's up, baby? I love you. She could sing, so they'll be like, Kalitri, sing. And, she'll sing for the family.
Too funny. So, yes, that's how it started. So, when my aunt, she was my aunt that was like my mom, Aunt Belinda, may she rest in peace. When she died, I don't know, it's just like that was my stronghold, the person I would go to. And me being the person that not emotional, I would go to her and she would tell. She wasn't in the street. She just would give me some solid advice, like to make you think. She would make sense of it, the reality. And when she died, I was like, who I got to talk to now? So I was in Kermit's, I was drinking. So they played Anita Baker.
Oh, shit.
Why? I think I sung like maybe 2 Anita Baker. Kermit just fell out and loved it. So
Kermit's great, bro.
Yes,
I love
listen,
that he supports.
Kermit Ruffin, listen, they need more Kermit.
Shout out to Kermit Ruffin.
Yes, shout out to Kermit
Ruffin. He loved me whenever you brought me on for your show,
Yes, Kermit like that. You could walk in there. Kermit, every day he cook. He cook and feed people. He feed the neighborhood. He just wants you to come in there.
Legendary barbecue.
Yeah, listen. Oh, he know what to do with that meat. All them children he got.
Yeah.
Too funny. But I was in there drunk singing, and Kermit found that funny. So the next day I went back and we was just playing, just having like I was in the living room, like at my family house. Yeah. So Kermit he made me feel like that because everybody that know me from my past, it was like,
family atmosphere.
Yeah, where does come from? Where does Angie come from? Like who is this person? I was getting phone calls like, who is this person doing all this? Because I wasn't, I don't know where it came from. And I guess me going in Kermit's and feeling like I was amongst family, I call everybody my grandma, neighbor, grandbaby, meaning we all related some type of way, family orientated.
My grandma, neighbor, grandbaby.
My grandma, neighbor, grandbaby. You know how somebody stay next door to you, y'all not kidding, but y'all.
We are.
The door is always open.
Yep.
But I started doing that, and then it took off from there. Me getting karaoke night. But I dirty every song. Like I don't
still do karaoke night?
Yes, I do it at Raised on the Ave every Wednesday.
Plug everything you want to plug right now.
So yes, karaoke, comedy karaoke. Why is it called comedy karaoke? Because I can't sing and I change all the lyrics. I know the lyrics, but I just get dirty. Am I dirty?
What day is it?
Wednesday. Today. It's tonight. So tonight it starts at 6 o'clock. It started at 7 o'clock. Doors open for 4. Showtime, 7 o'clock. We start charging $5 after 6. 2005 North Broad.
Do comics get in free?
I'm gonna do that. Comics get in free. I'll make that a thing now. So William makes my co-host. He's
Love
my
William.
co-host. Yeah, me and him been.
Funny motherfucker.
Yeah, so funny. Then I call all them my nephew. I call all them my nephew. Sunday.
You good?
Sunday. It keeps sliding.
Them
off my
headphones
big
in
head.
you.
Sundays I host karaoke. What they call it? Karaoke with a twist. Yes, it's
Okay.
karaoke. It's at Tiggs 573 Ames
You doing
Boulevard.
Tiggs now? Dude, I live 2 streets away.
So every
Sundays?
I was doing it every Monday with
They
Jeremiah.
love me on Tiggs.
So
dude.
listen, come
I
up
love
in there.
Tiggs.
So
I'm
listen,
coming.
listen. I changed the Stephanie Mills song is I feel good all over. I say I'm
Yeah.
hood all over. I did a show in Tiggs, and after I did the show, they was like, we need her every week. We need her every week. So we was doing it every Monday. It was me and Jeremiah Shalom. We was hosting it, but
What up, Jeremiah? Shout out, baby. You put me on at Tiggs too.
now I do it at Sundays. Sundays is from 8 to 11 at Tiggs. And then after that, they have an after hours party from 11 to 3 a.m.
Hello.
Like you get to go inside.
Getting it out there on Ames, baby.
Yes. So listen, so crazy. I used to be scared across the river. Now I'll be like, across the river.
It ain't that bad, is it? People be hating on the West Bank, bro.
I don't know yet. The jury's still out on that.
In certain places, you know.
It's certain. I gotta feel like I'm amongst family to to take a hosting job.
I come rock with you over there, bro.
Right.
I didn't know you do it. I'm literally 2 streets away.
For real, yeah. So I
That's
do
where
it.
I grew up. That's my neighborhood.
Okay, I'm in the bar and on the highway. But yeah, I do it at Tiggs now every Sunday from 8 to 11. I host karaoke, and then Wednesdays at Raised on the Ave, 2005 North Broad,
Okay.
from 7 to until your body and throats get tired.
Hello.
If they want to look me up, I am Bodies and Throats _ comedy at Instagram. That was Instagram. Yeah, Bodies and Throats _ comedy. I forgot all the Twitters and all.
You got any book shows or anything coming up?
Currently we're working on a few things. I'll put the flyers out to initiate. I have so much going on. We were waiting for the movie to come out. I'm a part of trying to come up too.
Okay, what kind of trying to come up to?
Yeah,
Okay.
shout out to Ned Turner for that and
Nice.
Don't Kill Me, the brothers. I love them. They made that experience so awesome for me. Like they was like, just be you.
Is your first time doing a movie or being like on a set kind of thing?
Yeah, kind of. I did like a few short films and stuff with Ricky, Lil Ricky. I don't know. He changed his rapper name so much. Shout out Lil Ricky, cause
I know you talking about Lil Ricky the God.
is it the God? No, I just know him as-
808. Cartel.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah,
I know.
808. Yeah. 808. Shout out to 808 Cartel, Wolex. I know him from Beatty. Beatty used to do my nails, so that was my nail tech. So we kind of became family.
Yeah.
And me knowing her, I met him. Ricky gave me my first hosting job. I hosted
Okay, for like
I hosted
comedy or
NOLA Art, the NOLA Art thing when they sell all the
I know
pop
what
up
you-
shops
I know
come
what you're
in.
talking
So
about.
he gave me that opportunity to host alongside Mario P. So that was an awesome experience to me not just being me on stage. But Shaq Brown really gave me my first comedy show. Shout out Shaq Brown. He just put me in a comedy show and said, look, this is November.
That's everything you want to plug first?
Yeah, that's everything.
All right. Shaq Brown.
Yeah, I just was letting them know, like, Shaq Brown put me in my first comedy show.
So the first time you ever did comedy
Was
a Shaq Brown show?
A
And
Shaq
who's
Brown.
Shaq Brown?
Shaq Brown is a New Orleans legend. He's a comedy. He plugged in a lot of people from Rude Jew, downtown Leslie Brown.
Okay.
He just, he's a known. I'm shocked you don't know him because he's part of the comedy community.
Well, I know Rude Jew. Rude Jew's in Baton Rouge killing it right now.
Yeah, he's all over killing it. He's all over. I spoke with him. I asked people for help because I want to be better, and I know I gotta get around the people that's doing what I'm doing. So,
Yeah.
me being
That's
who
how
I
you
am.
get better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I asked, and then every time I call, they come. So shout out to all
Yeah.
those people:
Dude,
Mario P, Rude June, Mark Caesar, Shaq Brown,
fuck yeah, dude. Let me tell
Tuffy.
you, y'all. There's when I first got into the comedy scene before the pandemic, I saw how many different groups of comics there were. You know what I mean? And when I discovered Mark Caesar, I was like, dude, this is a whole nother bunch of comics
Right,
that's
right,
fucking killing it out here.
right.
Like they're
He been in the game for like 20 years.
I
20.
love the black community in New Orleans
Right.
because they have the best support system. You know what I mean? I swear,
Oh.
like the not just the comics, yes, like they're some of the funniest people you're gonna ever
Yes.
come across.
Yes.
But y'all also have like the black crowd.
Right.
You know, black people support black people in
I
New
like it.
Orleans, and I love
I
that.
like you
Because what I'm saying, like, I have people that love that I'm doing comedy, but
Mm.
no one comes to my shows. You know what I'm saying? Nobody, like, people, I pull
like your
crowds.
family.
Like, my dad will come sometimes, but, like, people I grew up, when I was selling drugs, people are like, oh, that dude used to sell me drugs. I'm not going to pay $10 to hear what he has to say. You know what I mean? I know fucking 1,000 people, but they're not gonna come to my show because they already feel like
Isn't that weird?
they already feel like they know me to the
Yeah,
point.
they knew you. They don't
They
know
knew me,
They knew
so they
you.
think they know what's gonna come out my
They knew
mouth,
you.
and they don't know who I am today.
They don't.
You know, but that's what I'm saying. Like the black community supports the black community. You
No,
know?
what you
And
just
from
said.
what I see,
What you just said, I experienced that everywhere. Like, people from my past don't take me serious.
right?
But the path I'm going on is not for them to take me serious. The
Right.
people that takes me serious, the people that be at your shows or walk up to you and quote something you said or tell you keep going or you the funniest female.
Yeah,
That's the people I focus on.
Right.
I used to feel some type of way. No lie. When my first comedy show, my cousins and them came, and and I understand everybody working and they have their own life. I could call people that I know that are genuinely there for me. But I understand, like they work. So
right.
my show might be at night, and all my cousins and them work, so they come when they have time. I'ma say that, but my street friends, they don't take me fucking serious
Right.
at all. Like
They're gonna spend their money on that $5 blunt before they come spend a $5.
no blunt we
ticket.
have is $5.
I know, bro. I know. So let me
You better add a zero to
finish. So look, so your first time ever getting on stage, how many do you remember the experience? Did you do good?
So my mind again. Yes, they thought I did.
And what year was it actually?
COVID. It was
2020?
November 27th of 2020. That was
Okay.
my first time doing a comedy show in the East. But it had a good turnout. A lot of my cousins and friends came. That was people, my family from Kermit's. Like, that's why I say that. I call them my family.
Yeah.
Because I think everybody in Kermit's is supportive of one another. I get that.
You are. That's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah,
plus, you brought me into Kermit's, which I want to say thank you for that.
You part of the Def
You-
Comedy Jam
Hey,
funny, so you
I
gotta
love you, dirty. I love you so much, bro. You brought me into Kermit's for your birthday, and I had Kevin Little jealous that day. Yeah, he was like, "Boy, you on the best show of the year up in here."
And that was
Kermit's."
crazy.
And-
Listen, I don't like attention.
Yeah.
So when I gave that party, I didn't even think.
But from what you were wearing, I would say you like attention. You was in a butterfly. What was that? A
So
butterfly or
I
an
did
angel?
that. I
wings?
did that because I was just happy to be alive.
Yeah.
I think
Fucking right.
I was happy to be alive. I was happy to just enjoy life with everything I got past. And everybody was dying. People was
Yeah.
dying. They ain't never died before. People waking up dead. But just to be alive, and I'm like, fuck that. So
Yeah.
I'm like, I have this 70s black girl, like, how black women used to be with Diana Ross with her dress and all that. So I kind of felt like, like my wings. I actually found that outfit in 30 minutes. No line. I
Nice.
went to the stripper store and got I went to the stripper store and got that outfit. Listen, I was like, shoes. shoes, the dress, and the
Girl.
wings. When I tell you, so funny. They was like, how the fuck? Because my daughter didn't really plan that party. I just was just throwing a comedy show, just me
I
loving
tell you
comedy.
what, that was one of the best shows I've ever been a part
Yes,
of.
oh my God. I keep looking at
Yeah.
I'm still in disbelief. Like, what the fuck am I doing? I don't realize actually all the shit I done. Honestly,
Yeah.
that's another thing.
I keep an eye on the scene, and I be watching you, bro. I'm like, Dirty Mouth be fucking hustling, dog.
People come tell me that, and I don't even realize it.
From the jump, like you could tell the person you're dealing with, just by their hustle and the way they take the craft and work it in their own way.
I just want to do right by people. Yeah.
You immediately was able to start like producing shows out of
Kermit. He was like,
and
give a comedy show. That's it. That's all he said.
Are you still doing that at Good Time? That show?
No, we moved it to Raise. So once again. People that I was
let me come in. I rip
come
it
on,
apart.
Come on, listen tonight. No, wait, see,
I can't do tonight. We got another show we're doing. Gun control tonight.
That sounds fun. I like all that.
Brandon Bruffitt's got a show. He starts an open mic. It's not an open mic, but it's like you come there and it's like you get your name picked out. Only 7 comics get to go. But he's giving Nerf guns to the comics. I mean, not the he's giving Nerf guns to the audience.
Okay.
So if you bomb, they can shoot you with a Nerf gun bullet. You know what I mean?
That might serve me out. Fuck.
I want to go there just to shoot comics. If you're on the show, you can't fucking shoot at the comics.
Okay,
but if you're not on the show, you can get a
So
Nerf
you don't
gun.
want to get picked, right?
Well, I'm gonna do the show, but I kind of want to like see how it is.
Yeah,
like I'll be the person to break the ice to shoot them.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, look at him! Look,
I saw him. I saw him. When I
miss-
first said that, you didn't see him doing it. You see, he walked in the door with his guns out. My type of man. My type of man.
I love it, Dirty. So let me
funny.
ask you this: did you like the first time you got on stage?
Everybody said I was good. I just actually was myself. Like I said, I just gave what the fuck I found funny. Life, shit, just life, just shit happened.
And you're good at that because some people like to steer. When they do comedy, they don't like to talk about themselves. But I like to I like to look at comedy as it's an opportunity for me to explain to the audience about me and who I am, and y'all get to know me. You know what I mean? Right.
So that's
in
what
a
I
funny way.
So like you said, I'm taking that advice you said. Don't think I'm not. I learned in different ways.
Well, yeah, I love you too because you do take advice well.
Yes, I do. I have to because you have to take advice into where you really checking yourself. Like, do I need to do this? Am I gonna? I always take advice. Now, do I do it? It depends on the person and what they say. Fuck, but.
Some people just be talking out the side of their neck, bro, and you can't. Yeah, you gotta. But with the crowd, that's what we were getting at. With the people that you put yourself around, we have a good group. You know what I mean?
Right.
We're trying to all come up together, so we want everybody.
Everybody's not for everybody. Don't say that, Pickle.
No, what I'm saying is like we want to come up.
It's a certain amount of people. Let's be real about life.
Well, yeah. We represent New Orleans though, and the ones that are really doing this shit, we want each other to be good. We don't want to, because when we step out of New Orleans, we want to be that fucking killer.
So that's what I think open mics are for. I love that. I love, and Carissa Cooper, shout out to her. I did open mic at Silly Rabbit in Baton Rouge.
I loved it. I did it too.
She made me look at open mic differently because I come to open mic when I'm freed up. So she was like, they only had us there. It was just the comics. So she was like, we going to take this as a learning experience. We going to do your set, but we going to critique on what need to stay and what need to go.
Right.
So when I went up there, it was just like awesome. Like, that's what I want. When I go on stage, I want my fellow colleagues to tell me, well, Dirty, use that and that, because I don't have a problem with y'all watering me.
Right.
Like I'm a seed. Let's water each other. So if somebody tell me something that's gonna help me keep growing from a plant to a tree, I want it. And they have people tell you shit like, you trying to pull my fucking weed out. You making me a weed. You're not even making me a plant because people do things for their own
benefit.
and it don't. I think it's a waste of life
Yeah.
because you wanna like
It
think.
is. That's what I'm saying. Like we gotta bring each other up. Don't bring each other down. Because if one of us comes up, it's like all of us coming up. You know, one of us pops, and we can. Then it's all of us pop, getting the pop and grow. You know
To
what
to
I
the
mean?
people that want to
Don't.
do that with you.
Right, but some people are selfish. They want to be
Yeah.
the person to come up instead of seeing somebody else come
Right.
up and be happy for
Right.
them. No,
Right.
I want you to come up. You know what I mean? That makes me feel good.
Like Mark, it's like Mark
Mark's
sees.
a fucking great mentor.
He said he was like,
Great comic, great
if
guy.
if it's not taken away from me giving to you. You know, shout out to the Piss Your Pants comedy.
Yeah, shout out, baby.
Shout out to the Piss Your Pants. I'm a part of that. Shout out to the Piss Your Pants.
We got to wrap up right now, but shout out to Grimtown Studios also.
Shout out to Grimtown. That's
Plug-
my type
where-
of men.
Where can people follow you at?
um,
I'm gonna have to get you back in here another day because we just like
Joseph.
breaking around. I mean, we
Joseph.
Joseph, but we just I at least got to hear how your first time was
Yeah.
on stage. But
Yeah.
how about this last question? From your first time on stage to where you are now, do you feel like you've grown into a different person a little bit?
I want it more than. I want to be one of the greatest entertainers of all time. I just don't want to be a comedian. I want to be all over.
Okay,
So-
do you feel like you've been grown into that? You're in that direction. You're
Yeah,
growing?
yeah. Because I said when I first started, I was in pre-K, kindergarten. Now I'm in first. Now I'm in second grade now.
I like
so
that. I
I'm
like
in
that.
second grade now.
Yeah.
So it's levels to things. So I look at that. I don't never look at somebody. You know, it takes time in life for everything.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't want to just jump in and be. You know, if I jump in it quick, I'm gonna get thrown out it quick.
Yeah.
So I know it takes. I say I'm in second grade now, so that's
Okay.
how I'm looking at my career. Like, you know, help me graduate to third grade. So fuck it.
Yeah, girl.
You know?
That's what we doing.
Yeah.
here
So
today.
yeah, I'm in second grade.
That's how we doing it here. Second grade here at Pickles' house today, you guys. Thank you so much, Dirty Mouth,
Thank
for coming
you, Grimtown
in.
Pickles House, for
please
having me.
Subscribe, you guys. Subscribe, like, share, tell your friends, everybody. I appreciate you coming in. I love you so
I
much,
love you
Dirty
more.
Mouth. Go follow Dirty Mouth. She's always doing great shows. You can follow me at Pickle House 504, man. And that's been our show today. Thank you, guys.
Thank you for
Have a
coming.
good day. Thank you for coming.
Crazy ass. That's too funny.
Oh, man.